everyone, welcome back to Heartbeat Narratives. My name is Molly and I'm your host, and I'm super excited to share another beautiful love story with you today. Two of my friends, Hye Jung and DJ, are here to talk about their love, how they met, where they're at in their lives now, and they've graciously let me crash their lunchtime date so that we can get into all the fun things. So my goal is to just allow them to be who they are, and they will be asking questions back and forth to one another. So mahalo nui to both of you.
We're really excited.
We've been giggling since I got into the classroom.
Yes.
And Hye Jung, you and I were talking about love stories a few months ago, and you're like, it would be so cool for us to have our partners and to talk story. And you're like, I'll ask DJ.
Yes.
Awesome.
That's how this came to be.
So huge props to you for saying yes, because you were not part of the initial conversation.
All good. I'm excited.
Yeah.
So to set the stage, would both of you be willing to share where you're from?
Yeah. I was born in South Korea and grew up in Florida, but now I've spent most of my lifetime here in Hawaiʻi since moving here in 2009.
And then I'm born and raised Kailua on Oʻahu, so never lived anywhere else other than being in California for college.
So I know that we printed out the questions. Would you like to kick it off, Hye Jung?
Yes. Oh, yes. This question is for you. Our first one is, who makes your heart beat and why? You thought I was going to answer this.
You can both answer
I
it.
was like,
Yes,
yeah.
Molly.
Okay, who makes my heart beat and why? Wow. Ooh, that's a tough one. I think it's my family. So mom, dad, sister. But I think now when I think about it, it's definitely the kids. I've had a lot of friends tell me that you don't know what love is until you look into your child's eye. And then when Hayden came out, I was like, whoa, it's real. And then, that connection is there. And then Haley came along and it was like even more so. So it's definitely Haley and Hayden, our kids, but it's directly tied to Hye Jung as well, because without her, they're not there.
I did the work.
Yeah. This is my time to share.
Oh, sorry.
And it connects to my mom and dad. Without my mom and dad, I wouldn't be here. It's really family. But if I had to pinpoint it to one or two, it's now definitely my kids. Yeah. It's completely changed my perspective on a lot of things.
I totally agree. Hayden, we didn't know what we were doing, but I think my mom said it. It's like having your heart outside of you, and they're walking around eventually, and they're in all these different places, and I feel that way with Hayden and Haley. Like, I want to protect them fiercely, but at the same time to give some space so that they find their own selves. And DJ. Family, kids.
Yeah.
So beautiful. We got sentimental real fast.
Yeah, I was like,
This is
I'm gonna cry soon.
Yeah, I thought you were about to. I was like,
Yeah.
oh.
We can go right into the next one, yeah.
Ooh. How did we meet, and what do you remember most about that moment? We met each other the week before during new teacher orientation.
Oh. We were in the cafeteria. We're waiting for everybody to come in, maybe grabbed breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
And we're sitting with our department. We're both new that year. DJ knew a lot of people because he went to school here. I didn't know anybody other than my friend who got hired at the same time as well. And there's conversations happening, there's topics that maybe a math teacher would be passionate about that is happening. And so I felt a little bit uneasy in that moment, like a kid next to parents who might be having a moment. Not an argument, but a heated debate. Yeah. And so my response to that situation was just to get small, and I leaned on DJ because I just was like, I'm not sure that we should be part of this conversation, but we're here and we're listening, and I'm very uncomfortable. And so I leaned on his shoulder trying to get small.
First week during teacher orientation, we didn't meet. I saw you. I was like, oh,
yeah.
Hey, there's someone in the math department that looks fun, likes to laugh and have a good time. And then what I remember, and it could just be me, but I swear the arm wrapped around my arm, and it was almost like an arm hug. But again, I could just be, it's like my fantasy of how it really went down. There was definitely a moment for me, not that the heart skipped a beat, but it was like, oh, this is cool. Yeah.
We were both with
Oh my God.
with somebody else at that time.
Yeah.
So
This is going to sound bad.
yeah, it was just my response to
Yeah.
what was happening in front of me, but DJ was right next to me, and yeah, I might have hugged your arm. I don't remember that part.
It sounds like there was an immediate trust, though, that you sensed that you could
Safety.
that she could lean
Yeah.
into you.
Also, because I'm a little bit bigger than you trusted that you could hide
Oh yeah,
behind me.
size.
Wait, for context, could you share your role at the
Oh,
school?
I'm a upper school math teacher. And so we both started in 2015
15.
in the math department. Yeah.
Awesome.
My turn. Oh, how did we start dating, and who made the first move? Oh, I want to hear this story.
How did we first start? Okay, we were in the same math office, and as we entered the door, I could see Hye Jung's desk. And on Hye Jung's desk was a picture of this good-looking guy, not me, who she was dating at the time. And I also was in a relationship with someone at that time, and then one day, the picture on Hye Jung's desk was no more. And I don't want to come off as this heartless person, but I may have done a fist bump or two as I walked in. I was like, yeah, all right, that guy's out of there. And at that point, I was also through with the relationship I was currently in. So I was like, oh, right on. Time to make my move. I sat on my butt and just hoped and prayed that she would come talk to me. And then
It took months.
I never really made a move until it was before we were going to play, because I coach football as well. So we were going to play a home game, and I told myself, I'm going to do it. I said, okay, bye, I'm going to go to the game. And then I walked back in, and I was like, okay, I'm just going to ask her. And then she said, oh, did you forget something? I was like, oh yeah, I forgot something. Fumbled around my desk, and I was like, oh my God, and then I left, not asking her. And then I'm up on the top floor of the parking lot, because that's where I was coaching, so I could see everything from the crow's nest. And I knew she was leaving soon, and she was going to go up to the fourth floor, go to her car. And so every time the elevator opened, I took a peek to see who it was. She finally walked out, and I walked out of the crow's nest so she could see me. And man, I must have looked like I was about to throw up.
Yeah.
Because she came up to me, I think, and she
He
asked.
looked very sick.
Yeah. So she came up and asked me, are you okay? And I was like, oh yeah, just nervous. Like, oh yeah, about the game. I was like, oh yeah, about the game. She said, okay, good luck. I was like, okay, bye. So that was 3 times I should have said something. I didn't say anything. And then maybe couple more weeks went on. Then I finally texted you. She says I drunk texted her, but I was not drunk at the time. I may have had
A few beers.
For courage. And then I texted her, and I think I asked you to go out for drinks or something, and then nothing came of that.
It was late.
Yeah.
It was very late.
So then that didn't happen, and then I don't remember after that. You said, you want to do this? And I was like, yeah, okay, let's try. And then we did one date, and so we dated for a day or a weekend.
Yeah.
Then we were just friends for
3 years.
3 years. We still met up for dinners or lunches, and we just kept in contact. The back of my mind, I did okay, I'm either going to get friend zoned or I'm going to stay in her life, and maybe, just maybe, there's a chance that it'll work out. But I told myself I'm not going to wait. I'm still going to see if my future is out there. And it sounds bad when I think about it, but the whole time when I was seeing other people, she would text me and say, hey, you want to go get dinner? And I'm like, yep. Regardless of I don't know if I ever canceled plans with someone that I was with, but I definitely was like, oh no, I can't. I'm going to go hang out with my friends or something. And it was always her. And so we talked a lot.
So,
we got to get to the second date.
Yeah, DJ mentioned.
4 years later?
I know, the picture came down and I was totally broken. It was a pretty terrible relationship that had ended. I just didn't feel whole. There's a monk that I love, a Korean monk, and he always says if 2 people come together and they're not whole themselves, then it develops into like resentment because you're leaning on the other person for your other half. I just could not get myself to think about trusting anybody at that point, and I thought it was pretty unfair to start anything with somebody when I had huge trust issues. So that was the one date. I just needed to be whole again and find all the pieces.
And then 3 years later, you were whole, and I just got out of a relationship. I was dumped via text one night by the lady I was with, which was fine. I actually wasn't sad. That sounds terrible, but I think it was just because I was just trying to buy time until this one came around. That sounds so bad, buy time, but like...
You were living your life.
Yeah, and I was just like, okay, let's see what happens. And nothing was going to come of that current relationship that I was in. And then you called me that night, or maybe the night after the breakup.
And I didn't know any of these things. It was just we met up pretty regularly to catch up. And it was way past
you
dinner
said,
time.
You want to get food? I said, I just ate. And I said, do you want to come down and let's go get an acai bowl? And she said, sure. She drove down, and then...
We went to your cousin's place. Yeah. And then...
she asked, how am I doing? And so
but before then, I knew something was up because either you mentioned that you're not doing so well. I think one of the first questions after we sat down was, do you want me to guess what's happening? And he said, sure. And I said, is she pregnant? And he said, yes.
But I wasn't really listening because I thought there's no way that this woman would think that I got this girl pregnant. I thought she was going to say, you guys broke up. So I wasn't really listening. I was like, oh, yeah, you got it.
Yeah, so I'm at that moment, I'm trying to help him. Like, it's going to be okay. She's going to be fine. You're going to be fine. You'll find a way.
Like, she dumped me.
Yeah,
That's what I said.
And I was like, oh, what'd you think I asked you? That's when we,
Yeah, and then we laughed about it, had our normal conversation, and then the goodbye.
Yeah.
It was different. The hug you gave me was long and
tight.
and very different. I could feel the energy was different. But it was like, okay, maybe she's just hugging me extra hard because she's sad that I got my heart broken or something. But why was that hug so tight? Can you share?
Yes, of course. So when I was heading to Kailua, it was not even on my radar that I could possibly be starting to date DJ at all. All I knew for sure at that point is every time I met up with him and he shared something, like I knew this is like the kindest human I've ever met in my life. And that it was genuine. Like it wasn't just a show. It wasn't just like in front of people. He's like literally one of the kindest humans I've ever met in my life. And so when she wasn't pregnant and he was all of a sudden available, I was like, oh my gosh, I gotta do something about this. And so I didn't ask him right away. I drove home. I lived in Palolo at the time. And then I called him.
You didn't even make it up the hill yet, right?
No.
You called from your car, right?
Because that night, my housemate made this amazing pie. And I was going to go up to have it. But before, I needed to ask just to see. And I stumbled my way through.
That was great.
I don't remember all the details, but I remember part of it was like, you can say no because we tried this and it didn't work many years ago.
But don't feel pressure to answer now.
Yeah.
And I'm lying on the bed. Just in my head, I'm imagining, right? I'm lying on my stomach, I'm kicking my legs, enjoying, like a giddy little schoolgirl over here. Oh my gosh, she's gonna ask me. And I said yes. I'm telling you, man, just wait and it'll come to you. See? Might take 3 years, but guys, there's nothing wrong with that, man.
She'll come around.
Yeah. And then, we started dating.
And we talk about this often, about the what ifs. It was good that we had that time to be friends, to get to know each other, but without the pressure of dating.
No matter how much you want to try and be like who you are when you're first dating someone, there's always that, I gotta impress them. I'm not gonna stuff my face at dinner. But I mean, God, I think I used to finish your meals when we were like just hanging out.
Yeah.
And so by the time we started dating, there were no secrets. You knew exactly who I was. I knew who you were. So we knew what we were getting into. Like you've apologized, like about, I can't believe I made you wait so long. But it's how it was supposed to be. Because if you didn't end it the first time after a day and we went for months, then my heart might have actually been broken, and then maybe it would never have been repaired. But at that point, it was like, I felt okay. She's not ready, but there's still a chance. I hung around in her life. Just kidding. Quit bothering her. Yeah, until she got it right.
And then there was no question, no doubt, no nothing, because we knew each other so well and we moved fast.
When you look at the timing of like how long were we dating to when we got married to when we had kids, it's whoa. Like my friends were like, wait, you have a girlfriend? Oh, wait, you have 2 kids now? It's like it just happened.
Yeah.
But what a lot of people don't realize is that in those 3 years, we weren't dating, but we would hang out, and we were just such good friends that it was like real dating in a way. Like, I really got to know you when you really got to know me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was like 6 months dating before marriage.
Yeah.
And then after getting married, I don't know, 6 months until I was pregnant with Hayden. Yeah, it just...
Yeah, it just rolled. Yeah. To sum up the question, she made the first move both times. Because I used to say, what was my thing? I was lazy and confident. I wasn't going to go put myself out there. It worked out exactly how I think it was supposed to. And
I'm so glad that he didn't make a move in those 3 years. I think my trust would have been...
We were hanging out as friends. There was no romantic side to that. Although there were some weird things that were thrown at me by you.
I don't see them as weird. I've had all like just guy friends growing up.
But I don't have lady friends that are in my life that I've ever said, I miss you, I love you.
Yeah.
But that's, you know,
it's
you
me.
are.
Yeah, that's so you.
But also that was great because it kept me in the race. 'Cause I was like, wait a minute, she misses me. And I debrief with my gym partner.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, maybe she does. So there was always this little, she was leaving me breadcrumbs.
No, at the time I was like, I'm just being very clear because I think I mentioned it a few times that we're just friends. Mm-hmm. I honestly didn't know up until the moment that I asked him out the second time. It was not something that I had thought about.
Mm-hmm. But then at the end of the day, it is perfect.
It sounds like you both surrendered to the process without knowing that it was unfolding. Mm-hmm. It just happened when it was supposed to happen.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, I knew that no matter what, I wanted her in my life somehow, whether it be in a romantic relationship or just somebody I could talk to, hang out with. It was so easy to just be me around her. And sometimes that's all I wanted, like, and not to be with the boys. I could talk to you about work, things that were coming up in my classroom. You could help me with how can I solve this problem. So it was like a work colleague, a friend, and just someone to just hang out with and just relax. So now this is when you say, oh yeah, I wanted you in my life too.
I didn't know. I didn't know. I really didn't know.
I know.
I was just like clueless walking through life. And then, that night I was like, that's the moment that I was like absolutely sure. But up until then, I was going to help you with a pregnant lady, you know?
Your intentions are so pure. And then suddenly you had an aha moment.
Yeah, that was her fist bump moment. The picture was down. I'm gonna pounce on this.
Yeah, I was like, so sad for you, but... My turn? No, I asked last one. You pick.
Okay, then let's do three. What was your first impression of me and how has it changed or not?
Do I have a first impression? Before I even met you, I had stories about you. I was living in Palolo and my housemate told me about DJ Tano and said he looks big and scary and strong, and he is strong and all those things, but he's like a teddy bear when you get to know him. So I already came in with that, so I'm not sure that I have my own first impression because I was already conditioned by that of somebody who knew you from before. And you are. You didn't lie. If people don't know you or only hear your coaching voice. Yeah. And even then, I think your players know that you're not just yelling to yell at. It's always love and care with all that. So
that was the easy one.
Yeah, it was easy for me.
What about your impression of her?
That's why I asked you, I don't want to
okay.
No, okay.
Oh gosh.
I was waiting.
So I see Hye Jung. Again, I don't remember if it was during new teacher orientation or whatever, that blended time. And I was like, who is this local girl who must have went like Punahou or Mid-Pac, right? Some private school girl that surfs and paddles and does all this stuff, right? I thought she was the most local person in the world. That was my first impression of you. Well, you know,
I had no idea.
super laid back, right? Like, I could talk story with. I knew I was going to be good friends with you. I knew right away you were kind. How has it changed? A whole lot has changed. I found out that you weren't even born here.
No, not at all.
Yeah, and I was like, whoa. Because also, too, you were still in... I think you were still paddling at the time. You were actively sailing. Mm-hmm. So you had that surfer, okay, she was tan. I was like, oh, wow, like she must just be a waterwoman who grew up here.
Loves outside.
Loves the ocean.
Stays outside all day.
Yeah, like, this is what I thought. And then come to find out, yeah, you were born in Korea.
Yeah.
You grew up in Florida.
I know.
And I was like, whoa. I really thought, yeah, you grew up here. You spoke Hawaiian better than most people I knew growing up. Like just those kinds of things.
It's so crazy to think about all the things that we've gone through, and the moments that like flash in my head as you're saying that is like birth. I'm like, you have seen me through
at your worst and your best.
Yeah, oh my gosh. So there was a time with Hayden, it's just birthing is painful, whether it's during the process or afterwards. There were moments where I cried to him. I was like, I don't think I could do it in the middle of labor. I was like, I'm not sure I can do this. And there's no other way he's gonna come out. Yeah, I just remember those high emotion moments of our relationship. Yeah, Haley was much easier. Second kid, much easier. Still traumatic, but easier. But that one moment with Hayden, I didn't know what to do. I was like, I can't do this. I don't know where to go from here. And I was just bawling. I was crying so hard.
Yeah.
Oh man, we got through a lot in the short years.
So there's a couple of questions about that.
What's a parenting moment that made you laugh so hard you cried or almost cried? I want to hear yours.
God, I don't know.
You can think for a minute too.
You want me to share mine first?
Sure.
So there's this moment that DJ documented of me crying and laughing. And when Hayden was 2, the word frog was very hard for him, that it sounded like a curse word. And so I just kept asking him questions about the frogs and laughing.
Yeah.
There's just always moments that I think we should do a better job documenting, but that one comes to mind.
I think too, you laugh way more and to the point of tears, I think. I'm trying to think. For me, it's more the things that I remember about Hayden too is the things that make me go, whoa, that's crazy. Like when he wants something and then he negotiates with us at 3, when he was 3 only. It's like
we give him 2 options.
Yeah, and then he comes up with the third option, which isn't an option, but that's what he really wants. But that's why it wasn't an option. You can have some goldfish or you can have some graham crackers. It's like, how about I have 3 chocolate M&Ms? And I'm like, where is this coming from? So like those are the moments that I think blow me away the most. I know it doesn't push me to the part of tears, but it just gets me to go like, whoa, like this kid is way smarter than what I thought he's supposed to be at 3 or 4. The negotiation skills is real. And then I'm trying to think about it. Haley's just same thing though. It's like things are just so amazing.
They do goofy stuff daily.
Yeah. And then I guess one moment where it wasn't, I guess it's not answering the question about made me laugh so hard I cried, but I did get like that blown away moment too is when they stopped saying the words wrong. So we've kept Lasterday. We've kept it. And I guess that's another moment where I was like, whoa, this makes so much sense. Like last time we went out, why isn't it Lasterday? And so we kept it, but like...
When he first said the word in his own way, then we just reinforced it. We just went along with it because it wasn't like it didn't make sense either. 5-teen was one of them. When he was learning how to count.
That also makes so much more sense.
Because it's 16, 17, 18, 19. So he said, he
1
used to say...
2-teen, 3-teen.
Yeah.
And I brought that up with my students one day, and they all laughed, and then some of them were like literally, wait, yeah, why don't we do that? This makes so much more sense.
Yeah.
It's one. Why not just one teen? Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's those kind of things.
Lasterdays is the
Lasterdays.
longest running one.
I love
We
that.
keep saying Lasterdays.
I say it in class when I
Yeah.
use it in my everyday. Yeah, we use it so much in text that it now is a
Yeah.
recognized word.
It doesn't even.
Siri has figured it out. We're
Yeah.
changing the world.
Yeah. But that was a choice that we made as parents, was to keep it instead of correcting him,
Mhm.
because he'll get it corrected out of him by other people.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to ask this one. What's a memory with kids that reminds you we're doing something right?
So, I don't remember my mom and dad ever cuddling and hugging and kissing that much. And I always hugged and kissed my mom though, but it was never something that is like a big core memory. I'm like not shamed to snuggle with you, to cuddle with Haley and with Hayden. And I think when I see them hug, and I don't know if it's something that we did or that we do, but that love that they show each other, I want to take credit, some credit for that. It's a reflection of how we are. Hayden, and it's in him, right? Our son is the sweetest thing ever. He can be so sweet. And he treats his sister so well. I want to say that it has to do something with how we treat each other and how we treat him and how we treat Haley. It's that physical connection. And I love that Hayden wants to hold Haley's hand. I love that Haley asks for our hand when we walk. Like, I could be making it up in my head, but I hope a little bit of it is because of how we are with one another. Yeah. What about you?
Yes. No, it is such a favorite thing to see. Once again, I don't know if that's
Yeah.
us, but Haley going for a hug to Hayden, and then the way they squeeze each other and hold each other is that kind of physical love that they show each other is amazing.
But again, who knows what's going to happen in the next few years.
Yeah. Let's knock on some wood.
Yeah.
I hope this is real wood and not just a...
No. And then I think other memories with the kids that reminds you of doing something right.
Hayden is a very connected, emotional
Yeah.
child.
Yes.
I think that's what gets him to be kind, because he can empathize. Like, if somebody cries next to him, he'll cry.
he
He's
cries.
such an empath.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think something too, though, I guess maybe something that you're doing a good job about teaching is him recognizing his emotions. So for me, that's new too. I have to have some sort of outlet to get whatever emotion, big emotion I'm having. And I've never learned how to process that other than through going in the weight room, bang some weights, yell, scream, throw something, like always productive ways. But you've been working with Hayden a lot with these are your emotions and you gotta connect to them. So I think for me, looking at that from my perspective, that's awesome. Because at 4, he's able to recognize sometimes, oh, wait a minute, big emotions are coming. I need to do something. Or you're giving him these avenues to figure it out. Whereas me as 40, I still don't know how. And so I think that's something that when I think about what's happening now, right now with us, that's something, yeah. So I appreciate that.
Yeah, my favorite. Well, in the moment, not my favorite, but the thing that Hayden does is, I'm stuck in this emotion.
Yeah.
And he just,
You can't get out of it.
yeah, he's like, I can't get out of it.
Yeah.
And so we talk through
Mhm.
different ways that he can. Something might work one day and it doesn't
Mhm.
another, but he's definitely aware of his emotional state.
I love this so much. Is there one more question on here that you would want to answer, or should I give you a wild card question?
Wild card. Wild card.
Okay, let me think of one.
Yes, let's put Molly on the spot.
Literally
She's
a
had
wild
this
card. There's a question I could ask that's more short term, or one that's, here, I'll go with the long term one. So when you're like 85 years old and you're looking back on your life and your connection to one another, what do you hope to have over the next 45, 50 years in how you relate to one another? Whether it's words or experiences or...
Or tears.
I don't know if I'm you're going to answer the question correctly, but I think laughter, I want to make sure that we're always laughing. Yeah. And we've had our ups and downs already. There's my big emotions swing very quickly sometimes, but somehow we find our way back to each other and we're always laughing. Mm-hmm. I feel like that helps break any tension. Now I've learned too, because when I look back, like when we're 80, if we keep laughing together, I think we did it, kind of thing. Like that's how I feel. Yeah.
And I want to be the couple that holds hands even when we're like grandmas.
Yeah. and this is weird, but I want to be the couple that, or I want to be the guy that still pinches your butt. And, goes in for a quick, be that inappropriate old folk people that don't care.
Yeah.
That'd be nice. Hold hands, laugh, snuggle, cuddle.
Yeah. We do what works for us.
Mm-hmm.
And the other thing, when you talk about when we have our downs and how we come out of it, we always talk at the end of the night. Like, I can tell, right, when he's upset. He can tell when I'm upset, but we try our best. I don't know if it's good practice or not, to not get heated in front of our kids. Mm-hmm. And so we just pin it for later, move through our parenting duties, and when they're asleep, that's when we say, okay, what happened earlier? Yeah. And we try to like let it all out in whichever way it comes out, and then talk about how.
And that's been hard. Now. That was hard for me in the beginning, because I spiral and I just sit on like, okay, she's mad. What did I do? Was it me? Was it this? Did I do that? And then now I realize it's like, nah, just go on with your day. You'll process, I process, and we always come together at some point when we're ready.
Yeah, and sometimes I've had no idea, and you have no idea, and so the communication has been key to our relationship, and it's having those moments of checking that we're on the same page, and that's not just for heated ones, it's for everything, because there's always room to misunderstand and miscommunicate. Sometimes I over-communicate. I think I'm guilty of that. Yeah.
Like, go to my phone. I'm like, there's 18 text messages. No, but it's usually a family text. But you're overstimulated, under-resourced. Yeah, that's some days we feel like that. So recognizing that and then waiting until we have the resources, we have the energy, then we can talk it out and figure it out. And then we're usually good to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to share?
If it's the right one, it's worth the wait.
I love you.
Love you too.
I had no idea you were waiting for me.
No, it's fine.
Sorry, it took so long.
The only person I knew was
your workout.
My workout. He gave me good advice. Don't worry.
Oh, thank you.
I do have to say that if this hour together was an indicator of how much laughing you have in your future, I think you're going to be just fine.
Awesome.
You'll be set till you're old and pinching her butt and holding hands. And you're set. But I want to mahalo both of you for your vulnerability and your openness. And I think what you really captured is the nuance of relationships. Because it's not just like we met and then we started dating and now we have this perfect life. You captured all like the finer details that we like to overlook. But really our relationships aren't so straightforward. They curve and wind around, and then they come together in beautiful ways if you give each other that space. And you did that for one another. So thank you so much. This was just really fun for me to get a glimpse into your world.
And thank you for the opportunity, because some of the stuff that DJ shared today, I don't think I would have ever heard about the first impressions and those things.
Because we would never asked each other.
Yeah, so it's just a new layer of knowing and sharing that I don't think without this opportunity to sit down that we would have ever had.
I think I'm an overly curious person, so I like these moments too. And then I'll be sure to give you a copy of the whole recording so that you can have the raw, unedited version.
No. We'll leave it for the kids.
Yeah. Play this.
So, mahalo to both of you.
Course.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And mahalo everyone for tuning in for another love story. Aloha.